I feel like women's commitment comes in 2 stages. Like I'm gonna take this seriously in the beginning, but there's a certain level of seriousness that I'm gonna restrict from you until you show me that you want me to be your wife.
I agree with
So-
that sometimes. I'm not saying this 100%,
Yeah,
but I
sometimes.
understand what he's saying
In
because
the
it's
30s.
like you don't really know a
Okay,
dude is
okay.
serious until he actually proposed to you.
No, I agree with that part.
I'm not cooking,
But I don't
cleaning,
agree
washing your dirty drawers
with-
until
Right.
yeah.
But the thing is,
part.
I am as a man. I don't have to wait until you become my wife to do that.
Oh, that's
for me
different.
specifically. Like that's the reason why I've been into relationships because
You washing dirty drawers, Medina?
The first day,
If
you-
it works
you
for
not-
you.
So y'all said both of y'all, and I think if I were to tally up mine, it would probably be around that or less. So if y'all only had 2 serious relationships, what's dating life like being in Atlanta? Because I can tell you what it's like on our end. And I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question after that too.
it's
dating?
just as bad as women, I'm sure.
For real, you feel like that?
Do
Well,
y'all date
Medina-
a lot though? Like, do y'all? Okay.
I'm not
Listen,
dating
I don't
at
think
all.
women understand and I don't care to say it. It's expensive. as
Rose, you
hell.
saying that because you
Wait.
have someone watching you?
Why you think that, Medina?
No,
What do you
Okay.
think? I
You
know.
sure?
I see my
I'm positive.
nigga.
Okay.
I'm not
So
dating at
you
all.
want a certain stature of woman, right?
Oh, I wasn't even getting to that part yet. I was just saying it's expensive to date as a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
because- And I don't care about paying for all of
You feel
whatever,
like you
whatever.
cheap? a
No,
little
no, no.
bit?
I don't mind paying, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm dating and I meet somebody I don't like, I go on to the next day. Meet somebody I don't like, go on to the next day.
No, I seen this.
Like, trying to keep flipping
Yo,
back and
yo,
forth,
yo.
I'm spending
I'm gonna save you because
easy
I seen.
So you don't.
I seen this woman who was talking about she literally doesn't want somebody to take her out to a nice ass restaurant to impress her. Like she wants someone to take her to Piedmont Park and have a picnic, or she wants it's the thought behind
I think
it
it's
versus
to each his own.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
The first one, I'm just either trying to have a quick glass of wine while
Yeah.
we're talking something, like something
Yeah.
light and moody and chill.
That's
not
$30.
loud.
So when you meet
$30.
someone,
There you go.
But a meal in a bucket,
You would take her out of bucket, go to Taranga City. Like
you not-
Tony done took me off the list.
Not a
Think
Taranga
I,
do
City.
you not
think I found out a lamb chops on
them and call them?
Thursday.
do you not text and call before you like actually like? I'm pretty sure you meet someone like, hey, let's go out. But like throughout the process, before the taking out, do you not text them and see how the vibe is and call and see?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But still,
So when you initially meet them, that's when you come to terms like, oh, I don't like her.
no.
That's what it sound like.
It's always gonna get to the date before I'm like really immersed in like what that person is. Because them first few texts or whatever, it can say a little bit, but
Okay.
again, how we was talking about before, you might be putting on a little bit of
A
whatever.
little
case
front.
is.
Okay.
So I'm like, I need to sit down with you one on one, look in your eyes, and tell. if
It's
what
the
you saying
energy,
is
yeah.
real, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are the moments where like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna
But
finish the thing.
you
up.
ain't like these Atlanta boys that's
But
gonna
they
go
nice.
and splurge.
I'm not saying
and-
they ain't nice and beautiful and got shit. I mean, stuff.
What is it that's like,
Sit
nah?
down.
What are some characteristics where you like, I can't see myself seeing Shorty again?
I can go on a rant.
Oh,
with this story.
but just give me 5 seconds, or 10, 15.
The last one. You don't gotta say
the
no
last
names.
one, she went on a 15 to 20 minute. What's it called? Like a
Rant?
A rant?
Not
about
even a
something?
rant. Like a. She was just trying to persuade me for her to finger my ass and
Wait.
eat my ass out, and I was like, "You going hard."
First of
No,
all,
but
even
at
there
the
yet.
there
first
was a,
date?
there was a,
Yeah.
I
wait, hold
did
on, wait.
not
First,
think
the
that
there was
was
a
going that
there was a
way.
way to say that without being so graphic.
The first
You could have
date
been like,
though.
she tried to convince me to do something that was sexual.
Yeah,
That I didn't.
that's true.
You said ass was on the table, so we going for it.
On the first
Wait,
date though.
Okay, wait.
So she was being intentional. She know what
I
she
ain't
wanted.
bring up sex.
I
or
love
nothing. She
that
was just
you
like,
brought this up, but
Yo, I need that thing in there. I was
Ew.
like, why don't you? Let's dial it back. What was we talking
no,
about before?
people
She was like, no, no, no.
sexualize you because they do the same thing to
Because
me.
he posts
It's
his body on social media.
right.
That's
I
why.
don't be doing that though, cause
Just
I'm
one or
not.
two posts
No,
a year.
no,
That
you a
sounds-
city
that
boy
sounds
for
accurate.
real. You a city boy for real. But I wonder, like, that's crazy as a man to be sexualized. Like, I really be having some insecurities. Like, what am I giving off as it energetically wise as a person where you want to just automatically think that I'm about to bend it over and bust it open wide? Like, nah, no. I thought it was characteristics.
I'm one of them people. I like. For me, sex ain't like some aspirational thing to me. It's just an activity that we do. Sure, I care about it. I care about doing it with you, and like there's some romanticism and all that other stuff involved. Like, sure, I value it, but to the level of where we need to wait 90 days and all that.
So is there like a certain type of woman that you would just off rip say, I'm just trying to have sex?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's the
All the
ones that I
time.
know, like if we not gonna be in a relationship because you don't value the same things,
But I want
your
that from you.
lifestyle is completely different, and I'm not trying to be in that lifestyle. Like you in the
Wait. Now you got people listening to this.
you
now.
in a world that I don't want to be in, and like you value those things to a standard. I'm like, it ain't that deep. Like I'm not trying to be in that. If I know like some of those things line up and we're not compatible, then I'm like, cool. But you fine though.
And so how do you go about that?
Yeah.
Letting them, I'm just trying to fuck.
I'm honest. So normally they'll ask me, hey, like, what are your intentions right here? And I'll say, hey, either I normally don't have any intentions. Whatever this date or conversation leads to, I'm cool with it. If we just friends, we never talk again, we end up being in a relationship, we end up being sex partners. I
Friends
ain't mean to
with
point at you, brother.
What the
Pause.
I get what you were
I
trying
was
to
trying not to say the F word.
Yeah, I got it. They didn't get it.
Oh,
But
I
So
ain't
for,
get that.
for the people watching, we made a list of things that we can't say. So
Yeah.
he made a substitute word up, and then he pointed at me to let me know I'm substituting.
I appreciate that clarification.
No problem. No problem.
I would never point again on this podcast. But no, like if I either say that or it's like, hey, I just saw you, you fine, whatever the case is. I ain't looking for nothing serious. I ain't in a place where I'm looking for a relationship. That's up to you to decide what you want to do. Either we gon' kick it, or I'm just gonna head exit. We could be friends though if it gets to that, but I'm not at a point where I'm trying to really be in a relationship. So that's up to you, because I'm not the one to kind of manipulating somebody into getting into a situation, especially like if you happen to be courting and doing all the other stuff and y'all have sex and then it's good or whatever the case is, then that person wants to keep having it, and then later down the line you're like, oh, whoa, pump your brakes. I ain't trying to get to the next level.
How do you
Then that's
differentiate?
Are y'all the type that like when y'all just talking to somebody, y'all want to see them all the time? Like you like them, but y'all not in a
1,000%.
relationship.
Want to see you
But
every day.
I want to be under you. I want
No.
to.
Every day.
Wait,
You know what?
What?
Every day?
You know how long have you been
Every
single?
day.
How long have you been single?
Wait.
How many years?
Like 5 years. Yeah.
How about you?
Probably 2.
What about you?
3.
Okay. I think after like being single for such a long time and spending a lot of time with myself,
I don't want to be behind you.
bruh,
I don't want to be
thought
up
I
under
ain't trying to
you.
be
There's a
up
difference.
under
I
you.
There's a
thought
difference.
that. I thought that
When you-
until you meet someone.
We go together at
Yeah,
that
like,
point.
So I'm
Forget
you know
that.
I'm big on my
Nah,
space.
bro.
I'm big on
Forget
like being
that.
by myself and just enjoying my company. But it's so crazy when you meet someone that's like, damn, I like him.
Yeah.
Why you don't want to be under
Nah.
me? Like, what?
Absolutely
And,
not.
and when I say I want to be around you every day, I'm not saying you need to be in my face every day. We could be in the same household.
And
I
not
just need
say
your energy
nothing.
around me.
Yeah.
I could be watching TV. You could be
Nah.
over
But
there
then
what
what
does
working
that
on
look
something
like
else.
right
I
now?
need you
'Cause
around me.
That's
I
not
got,
where I'm at.
I
I
got
need
a
to walk by
personal
and tap
question.
you on the ass real
So
quick.
what you want to do?
Something.
So Rose,
got
you
a
want to
person-
just
Well, I
have
love.
specific days? Do
No,
you-
I'm
Aquarius-
not. I'm just saying
oh,
I love
okay.
my energy, like specifically. I like
He
my
love
energy.
himself.
I think
You
you,
know what I
haven't
mean?
I
found
think
that
you need a
person that
you
complements
need a
your energy.
tattoo
That's what
on
it
your
is.
ankle.
But even
So-
what I'm saying is,
You need a tattoo on his ankle.
even if I met someone that complimented my energy, I don't think I would necessarily need or want to be around them all of the time to feel comfortable. Like if this person was around me, it's a plus. But if you're not around me, I'm so comfortable with being
With who you
with,
are.
with
I love
who I
that.
am for a very long time.
I'm
that I
like
don't
that
need to.
too.
So I've learned, like, I'm like, I know I'm really big on my personal time. I like being alone, but it is crazy when you find someone that you really like and you feel lonely.
Without them, Without them.
You're not in a relationship, but you're you're
Yeah.
exclusive with somebody.
Like lonely without them.
In a way,
Yeah.
it's
You
like,
can
damn,
say it, it's
but
fine.
it's,
Yeah.
it's not.
Ain't
it's
nobody
not-
judging you,
yeah,
just a
it's-
comfortable
But we're
space.
both doing stuff. We're both busy. We're both.
oh,
busy
I'm just
people.
in your space.
But I love being in your space, and
Nah.
it feels lonely because we can't. We're so busy. We both have our own things going on, but we're so busy,
I depart a little
That's
bit from
fair.
that, but
and it's weird. It's a weird feeling.
But then
to
I
know-
need you to elaborate on yours because I need to know what that looked like. Have you found somebody right now in this space where you like, I want to be around you every day? And
no, mine isn't necessarily I need to be 100% around you, but there's got to be at least some communication. Now, if I'm at work, I'm on shift, like doing something, then I might be the one that's like distance because I'm like, I'm 100%
yeah,
in my work.
you present.
Because if you distract me, I'm distracted.
Yeah.
You send me a photo, I'm gone for the next 2 hours. Like, I can't
Doing
have
what?
that. I'm just saying, like, now I want to text you all day because you done hit me. And now if you said one thing that I like, now I want to give you the next hour, 2 hours of like having this conversation. But
Leo,
I
for
need
real.
some kind of like check-in. Even if it's like once every 2 hours, you're like, hey, I just finished up a little thing, meeting went good, whatever, just checking to see how your day was. Would you eat for lunch, whatever. And the conversation can last 5 minutes, but I need some kind of constant like
So
check
would
in
it
and
be
know that I'm
okay
on
if
one.
they're like, hey, I'm at work.
1,000,
talk
but
to
you
you later.
communicated that.
Yeah.
So now I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, let me get in my mind and be like, all right, let me set up some stuff for the rest of my day to be busy,
But
lock
you
in.
you be thinking about them like, damn, like what they doing?
Sometimes.
Damn, well, I wonder-
Sometimes if she communicated that and I've set my day up to be busy and like, cause I'm excited that she's getting her work done.
Yeah.
And she on her stuff. So I'm like,
Oh,
all
you
right, let me
like
get
her.
on mine.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like
saying.
her.
I don't know what that look like
That's
for
motivating.
real.
That's motivating
Like.
me for be like,
Like.
I'm attracted to somebody who really on their grind.
Yeah.
So if you telling me you on your grind, hey, I can't talk to you for the next 6 hours. I got to do my work. I'm
Okay,
like,
so-
ooh, I like that. Let me get on
What
my
if it's
stuff.
a lie?
Can I ask?
But you
I
don't have
care.
to. Yeah.
I ain't in all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can lie to
Doing
me.
your little
I'm gonna
research.
believe it
You
all.
can lie.
I ain't tripping on that.
All right, I'm gonna ask all three of y'all something, right? And this is like, I have two more things to ask. This is one of them. Just two. The
Memory card.
this one. I'm gonna try to ignore that. The first question being, since all of us are single, right? We've all like experienced, I'm pretty sure, multiple relationships, and we know exactly what we've been through and what we don't want moving forward in relationships, right? You know what you like, you know what you don't like, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why you're picky, because you know exactly what you want to move forward with. What type of boundaries have y'all set now to like
None.
I guess navigate through the dating situation from beginning to end? Like even from like the moment I meet someone, this is the boundary. You can't cross this. If you do, then I'm done with you. Like what type of boundaries have you set up in regards to like picking someone to be in a relationship that's healthy?
This gonna be cliche, but it's gotta be honesty. Like if you dealing with some other people on the side, I honestly don't care if haven't made it to that point. So you just tell me so I know not to be like all in, because I can get to a point to where I'm like, I'm ready to marry this. You know what I'm saying?
That's how y'all.
So I'm like, hey, I'm trying to float. I'm trying to gauge the situation. But like, if you're not honest with me on like what your goals are, whether it's like, hey, I'm trying to kick it, but we're going to get there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not there yet.
How do
and I
you
know
pose
if I'm
that
good.
question?
It's
Just
easy.
ask it.
Just ask.
Yo, what you trying to do? Because
Do
people think that I'm just on some whole shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no.
They forced
like,
you into that lifestyle.
Yeah, if ain't nobody messing with me, then
I'm gonna
I'm gonna just be whatever I want to be. But I'm not saying I'm gonna be a hoe, but I'm just saying like I ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
But if you tell me, hey, if I express that I'm attracted to you, and you don't tell me, hey, I'm attracted to you too, I'm trying to build something, then I'm gonna just be like, all right, man.
Yeah, we just fucking at this point.
So honesty is
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just need to know something. And even if
Yeah.
I got to work towards something, I'm cool with that. But just tell me what you want, what your goals are, what
And
you
so,
like.
so I'ma
the
say-
first fuck up. I'm sorry.
ahead.
The first mess up. The first like you saw that they lied is a cutoff.
I ain't tripping. Like, again, I'm understanding. So I'm not like tripping on like,
as long as they're honest.
because you could be like, I've had plenty of times where I'm like, oh, I'm all in. And then I start getting all
But
in.
no-
I'm like, ooh, I ain't ready.
No, I'm saying like if
I
they
thought I was ready.
didn't communicate that with
What
you,
called you back to the streets?
if they didn't communicate that with you, like, hey, like I'm talking to other people, and you found that out on your own, is that a cutoff?
I ain't no jealous person, though.
But that's what I'm saying. How is that a boundary if that's not a cutoff?
Mhm.
You
It's,
said you
uh,
want honesty.
Yeah.
They didn't communicate that with you, so is that the cutoff?
But again, even like honesty isn't the only thing that I value. So
What is
I
the
can't
biggest
just-
thing?
there
Like
is
basing
no-
off what Rose said.
I don't think there's a biggest thing to me though, because everything plays a role. I can't just be
I
like, hey,
think
I'm
for-
hanging my hat on.
I think
honesty.
the-
That's that
The
answering the question.
boundary for
I don't think he answered
the
that question.
boundary for Medina is aesthetic. Aesthetic first.
Okay, I can go with that.
Trust me, he
But I ain't
he's
finna
shallow.
approach you though.
He's shallow. Everything else is a plus.
It's,
But
it's everything.
people-
Everything else is like I'll give more grace than I usually give with aesthetics. Is what.
Yeah, I ain't giving no grace with aesthetics.
Okay, so
And
that's
see,
that's
there
the
you go.
boundary.
That's
Okay,
what I know. I know
the
this
boundary.
man.
But,
I know him.
But
It's
let
fine.
me clear this up too.
No.
Because people have a negative connotation of like people, especially people who they deem is attractive, that they can't have standards when it comes to women who needs to be attractive. Like just because I'm attractive, I got to accept everything that walk my way.
No,
I'm
no,
like, I'm not saying you, but
no.
just
I'm saying
there's
people.
a
I
lot.
don't think people think that.
Yes, they do because they tell me all the time.
Oh,
They tell me all the
Okay.
time.
alrighty.
Well, so what's-
Why you got to be picky? I'm like,
No,
I just like what I
I
like.
think
can't
I
help
think
that.
what the question is
I
can
answer
y'all
this
hear
question.
me?
Yeah.
We hear you
I think.
loud and clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm probably real loud.
Well, let me answer the question first, so that way you
yeah,
guys can be able
yeah.
to answer it. I guess in a way that may be helpful. I guess I don't know.
I wasn't helpful.
No,
No,
yeah, it
at
wasn't.
all.
Well, let me. You tell me if my response is helpful. I guess my boundary would be someone that's unwilling to make adjustments. Like that's like because everybody's gonna fuck up. Like that's it. That it is what it is. In a relationship, no one is gonna be perfect. Even when I first meet you, and you eventually realize the things that I want is the things who you are. You're gonna fuck up. I'm gonna mess up.
Just keep going with that word.
Oh, that's what you was. Okay, I'll bleep it. I didn't even know that. Okay, my bad.
We drunk, y'all.
Oh, I love it.
We're a bit under
This is
the
a good
influence.
conversation.
Yeah,
But if I go, hey, listen, you did this thing that I don't like. Can you stop? And
And they don't stop. That's
and
a
then-
boundary.
and then you say yes, and then you don't.
Oh,
and you
you
don't.
a lie.
You will lie. So you're lying to me, which also is like you can't make adjustments. Either you tell me the truth and you don't make the adjustments, like you say you can, and you don't make the adjustments. If you're doing that and your actions don't show that, then it's a lie. So
And
I think that's
I hear,
my
you,
boundary.
I hear you, but I'm just like, sometimes it's easier to make adjustments to certain things.
say that.
What if you're not consciously thinking about that?
Right.
I'll
That's
know
what I
that,
was gonna
though.
say. I was
But you
gonna say,
get
what if
later-
it's
You may not know that,
what if
but-
it's a subconscious action?
Man, if somebody
You
asks
But
me,
then
I'm
you-
like,
somebody
you have
that-
to-
when
you have to
you
later-
love somebody and you know. I feel like when you truly love somebody, you're gonna go through life like, damn, like if I do this, it's gonna affect them. So that should be your first.
You
thought.
have to be
It sh- yeah,
self-aware.
It should be your first thought.
But
so,
most people aren't
so he
self-aware.
done told me he don't like this. So it should already cross your mind. My man don't like this, so I'm not gonna do it again.
What
Out
if
of
it's-
respect, out of
What if it's a
respect.
subconscious trigger? Look, I'm not. Listen, I'm self-aware. I'm
Make it
probably
conscious.
Make it
more
conscious.
Work on making it
self-aware than
conscious.
most people, and more self-aware than I want to put out there. But there's some people that have walls built off of self-conscious or non-self-conscious, subconscious triggers.
But here's my thing
So
is
when
that's
you do it,
in
do
the
you
long
think about
term.
it?
No, they don't.
But in
They
the-
don't.
in
They
the-
don't
in
know
the-
that they're doing it.
But in the long term, that's not my fault. Like if we've had
Yeah.
a conversation about it,
personal problem.
you have to at
That
some point
is-
you have to realize, hey, listen, this is a bit more difficult than I assumed for it to be, and I have to detail this to my partner. You not detailing this to your partner that is more difficult. What they're gonna see is a lie. Like it's difficult for you, and you know you're trying, but you're telling your partner it's easier than what's
Easier
actually
said than
happening.
done.
Right.
Do you have a cutoff on how many times you will address it?
How about
So
where's the grace at?
now I'm gonna answer the question that you asked me in the beginning of the.
Ooh,
You remember the question you asked me?
I remember.
What was it?
Whose fault was it?
So I realized that that it took me a while.
I'm sorry, Rose. Okay, keep
Go
going.
ahead.
So
I
all ears.
apologize.
I'm all
No, it's
headphones.
fine. So I realized that it took me a while to it took me a very, very long time because I feel like I feel like men, when they decide to commit, it's long before we give a woman a ring or we showcase that we want to marry them.
Agreed.
Because that's not a thing that specifically me, that's not a thing that I was raised on. My commitment doesn't start when I propose to you. It starts when I decided to say you're my girlfriend, and we build from there. A lot of women don't commit until they get a ring, or like fully commit, like fully.
Nah.
From my this is from my
I think
experiences.
a lot of women commit before the relationship.
Right.
I disagree.
We choose.
But
It's a
there's the-
choice.
but
Not
but
I,
there's some.
But
But there's
but a lot
No,
of
no, no,
women are
I'm-
so like they want a relationship.
We
so
want-
bad.
yeah, but
So
that's
as soon
you
as
want a
someone
rela-
shows them that attention,
But there's a difference
Yeah,
between a
it's over.
relationship and a marriage. Like I understand my commitment. My commitment as a man is detailed in a way that is different from a woman's because I feel like women's commitment comes in two stages. Like I'm gonna take this seriously in the beginning, but there's a certain level of seriousness that I'm gonna restrict from you until you show me that you want me to be your wife.
I agree with I agree
So-
with that sometimes. I'm not saying this 100%,
Yeah,
but I
sometimes.
understand what he's saying
In
because
the
it's
30s.
like you don't really know a
Okay,
dude is
okay.
serious until he actually proposed to you.
no, I agree with that part.
I'm not cooking,
But I don't
cleaning,
agree
washing your dirty drawers
with
until I'm
Right.
yeah.
But the thing is,
part.
I am as a man. I don't have to wait until you become my wife to do that.
Oh, that's
for me
different.
specifically. Like that's the reason why I've been into relationships because
You washing dirty
the same
drawers,
way.
Medina?
The first day,
If it works
you not,
for your
you not a-
relationship,
yeah, you
No.
not
if it works for your
What?
right.
If I
So,
like
so to answer Tony's question that she asked me in the beginning, the reason why it was both of our faults to answer your question is because I waited. There were issues that was presented to me early on, and I tried to work on them, but I waited way too long. I noticed that there wasn't like the adjustments that I'm asking for. You're telling me that it's an easy adjustment, but it seems like it's not. And I waited way too long to step away from that situation.
Okay.
So because I made the decision to wait too long. It's my fault.
1,000%.
It's my fault because now I know that this isn't gonna work, but I'm still trying to work on it and work on it and work on it and work on it. And yeah.
1,000 exact same for me on the last relationship. I was the
apologize.
exact same way. I knew it wasn't gonna work. It was a sidebar conversation. No, I was the same way though, like exactly the same as George. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna work, and instead of me like getting out early, I did something else that.
Oh, you cheated.
I did cheat, which it tore me up because that was the first time I ever did it, and I would never do that again.
Yeah.
But
That's a Leo thing. We don't cheat.
Yeah,
Why you do
it
that?
ate me alive. I don't know. I was being childish.
Did that change you?
It absolutely changed me.
See, what I said
Absolutely
earlier
changed
in this conversation is situations involving other people to show you, highlight insecurities or things that you have to work on, truly change you as a person, and it elevates you. But cheating in this realm, as the person who I am, I ain't gonna even say it's because of my sun sign. I don't do that. I'm gonna tell you, like, look, this shit ain't working, bro. I gotta go. But there was something I wanted
That's
to touch
commendable.
base on.
That's commendable.
No, like for real, yeah. I'm not. It's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you because I'm a sit in it. I'm a dwell in it. it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you that I cheated on you.
I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum.
He said, I'm a cheat.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. No,
I'm a cheat.
no,
I'm a cheat.
that ain't
It's
what-
not
it's
gonna
a-
hurt me.
I'm gonna tell myself that, like how you would tell the person straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell myself that, but I'm not gonna tell that person.
Oh,
and then
Lord.
I'm gonna work on it and work on it and work on it.
But you
and
ain't gonna
fight and
never
fight
tell
and-
them.
And fight, and then I'll get to a point where I'm so tired. Like cheating doesn't come to my mind at all if I'm committed. Because there's no, to be honest, there's no need for it. It's if this doesn't work, eventually I'll tell you, and then I can
You can move on.
I can move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I'm gonna clear this up because she's probably gonna watch this.
I am weak.
But I think one of the reasons too that I cheated is because I knew I was going to eventually be out of the door. So I tried to convince myself that it was gonna be okay to me. And then when it finally set in that what I was doing was just horrible for myself and the other person, I was like, man, when I get caught, it's gonna be terrible.
And
then I
you
got
knew
caught.
you was gonna get caught?
Yeah, I mean, eventually
Why?
everybody gonna get caught. It's we
Okay.
can't be that naive to
Not
think we
really.
just
Well, you gonna
we
yeah
got it
eat your
like
cake,
that.
and have your cake and
Yeah,
eat it too. Yeah.
But but it's hard too that I guess some people don't understand. Like, if both people are good people, and you like some small thing just doesn't work, dang, we just not as compatible as I thought, and I can't get past it. It's hard to really want to just break up with a person who you know is a good, genuine.
A good
Listen,
Me and
happens
Camille
all
be
the-
that was
having
my
this
struggle.
conversation.
happens all the time.
I genuinely think a lot of my exes are great people.
Mhm.
We just wasn't compatible, and it just they were in my life for a reason, a season, and then it's time to move on. And I don't hold no regret, no like bad feelings towards them.
I do.
I'd be good. Like
I do.
wish
I
them
know.
the best.
What
I'm
it-
friends with everybody right now.
Yeah, I wish.
Not me.
Honestly, so I used to be like, oh, I'm friends with my no.
Not like friends.
If I
like,
love
we just
your,
hanging out.
if I
Cut it
love
off.
your ass and I was committed to you and you did some messed up stuff to me and didn't communicate, bro.
You gotta leave
Fuck
that on
your-
them.
fuck
That's
your
their
life.
flaw,
Yeah.
though.
So
That's
the
their
thing with
I
flaw.
agree.
love is unconditional. Like I'm gonna love you forever.
Yeah.
No matter what you did to
No.
me, I'm gonna love you forever. But like you, or like, or want to be in a relationship with you, or that's different.
I feel like
just
you
gonna have
could
to hold
love
it, baby, though.
somebody and they could do something flawed and be
We
like,
about to finish up.
that's
anyway.
just your character. That's just,
Especially if you let him do it more than once, then you still love them after the first time. So don't act
I
like
liked
because
you.
3 times later you act like you
I
all of
liked
a
you.
sudden don't.
It
love
wasn't
them.
love. I think because when you don't love yourself, you don't really know how to love somebody for real, for real. If you don't love yourself, there was periods of time I didn't love myself. I'll say that. That's an insecurity.
That's because that's one of the first types of loves that you have to. It goes from you to it goes outward.
yeah.
You know what I mean? All of the love that you receive usually all of the love that you receive until that moment comes from outside to in. That's one of the first loves that is like you have to give to someone else.
To love yourself, to really realize what that is.
I'm going to decide to push love towards me. If that makes sense, like I'm pushing it towards someone else instead of like receiving it, because you get love from your mom, that's coming inwards, like your parents and your friends and your family, all of that. I guess I'm talking personally for myself. Like I didn't really start to appreciate the love that my mom and my parents have for me until later on, and that's until when I started to seek love for myself and I started to push it outwards. I started to empathize with how they may feel for me.
Damn, I'm the opposite. So when I started loving myself, I started really not appreciating the love that everybody else gave to me because it wasn't as good.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel that.
I
yeah.
feel that too.
So when I
feel
started
that
loving
also.
myself, I started loving people differently. For real, for real. As a grown ass woman, like I think it comes in spurts, but when you really realize who you are and how you love yourself, the way that other people loved you just
You're not
don't
gonna just take
it don't
anything.
yeah,
Yeah, you're not
yeah.
just gonna take
What you been?
anything.
That's not love. What you been giving? I know what
Yeah,
love is.
exactly.
Just half-ass
Because you
love.
That's
gon'
half-ass
you gonna
love, yeah.
love yourself the way you need to be loved, and everything else just kind of falls short for
Yeah,
me.
that's fair.
And then it's not that I don't appreciate it, and it's not that I don't want it. It's unwarranted. None of that. It's just, oh, I see you now, and I know how I want to be loved, and I'm not gonna take anything different.
Were you expecting that a different level of love then? Because
Yeah.
there's people that don't love me the same way I love them, but I'm not expecting more than what they're giving me.
That's a
So
key
it don't
right
even
there.
hurt. I'm just like,
That's
oh,
a
they give
word.
me exactly what I want from them. So it doesn't. There's no pain. There's no letdown. There's no disappointment because
I got to get right with that.
What I came for.
I got to get right with that concept because my friends love me in a way that I'm just like, y'all are dope. And it's because they give themselves a certain amount of love and they want to love a certain way. And I'm just so like blind to what that really looks like for real, for real.
So I have my last question, and then we're gonna have to.
It
wrap
ain't
up.
the last one.
No, it has to.
I still want to answer the first
Because
one.
I'm getting messages. This is what happens. It turns into 4 hours. So I have to.
I was judging a 4-hour
it happens
conversation.
every single time. But the reason I have to end it because people are downstairs waiting on me. But I do have one more question for all of y'all. So what define for me, both you two and you also define for me what a healthy relationship looks like for you right now.
Healthy communication.
Excuse me. Let me be more specific. A healthy romantic relationship.
Good sex, good food, good communication. Bam.
Someone that is
No
someone
compromise
that is
on either
soft
one.
with me.
Yes, that's what it is in a
ahead, Tony.
nutshell.
Someone that is soft with me. Someone that is so soft that I have no other option but to be better for them.
Can you define
Better
what
for
soft
myself.
is before?
Yeah.
Someone I feel like
She and her soft girl.
I don't be the nicest sometimes. You know, sometimes when I get mad, I don't know how to edit my words in a way.
Yep.
But someone that is patient with me, someone that is understanding of who I am and doesn't in a way like someone that doesn't take my anger as like toward, you know, like
Malicious or
toward,
anything.
yeah. So someone who is so understanding with me that like, damn, like I want to be better for them. I want to be a better version of myself because they're such an understanding person. They're such a soft person. I want to be that for them. Yeah. That is my perfect relationship.
So someone that isn't like aggressively reactional.
Towards me, and I feel like I'm not just naturally aggressive, but I get in my shell. When you show me aggression the first time, now I shut down.
Okay.
So someone who is authentically and always just understanding and just willing to talk through things and willing to like understand my perspective and not push back, you know, that is my perfect person.
Okay.
So if I can find that person and if I can find someone that is, you know, yeah, that is my perfect person.
Okay.
That's my perfect relationship.
That sounds healthy. What about you? We're going to come to you last since your mic want to act up.
I mean, I thought she popped it off first.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did pop it
Oh,
off.
you
first.
did. That's what.
Sex,
Yeah.
food, and
Okay. Go ahead.
Sex, good food, good communication.
which is absolutely a fact.
Yes,
I
100%.
can't compromise on either one of them. However, I don't need you to be my peace. I just need you to be peaceful individually.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
But seriously, I don't need anybody to help me. I just need you to do your own individually, and we're going to coexist regardless.
Because you're
But-
a peaceful person already. So yeah.
Yeah, but a peaceful person, someone who's understanding for sure, because I am picky and I feel like I am like kind of one of a kind. So if you understand that, you're not judgmental towards me, whatever the case is, I'm not what you imagine me to be. So be understanding of who I am and then have some ambition towards everything, towards me, towards our relationship, towards your own life. Like my biggest
Some
thing is
passion.
you have to be individually a good person and want all these things for yourself before you come into a relationship. Because I don't want to be responsible for your growth financially. I don't want to be responsible for your growth mentally. I'm going to help regardless. But if you're counting on me to do all
Yeah.
that for you, I can't carry that load.
Someone who wants more out of life.
Yeah. You gotta
Let's
have that for yourself.
grow together. Let's do some big shit together.
Someone
Yeah.
who's not looking to be a liability for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
all
wanna
these
get
couples
nice.
we admire, like Jay and Beyonce and all these couples,
They was already.
none of them are like one of them broke, the other one got it.
Yeah.
Everybody hustling, everybody trying to work on each other, everybody doing stuff. So don't come to. I ain't rich or nothing like that, but don't come over here thinking that I got to.
You about to
carry
get the
something
bag.
for you. Yeah, you definitely not about to get the bag.
That's fair.
We're gonna get the bag together. I'm gonna splurge on you. You gonna splurge on me.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, but I just need somebody
Reciprocity.
to bring themselves to me.
Bring
I don't want you to
themselves.
come over
Ooh.
here and I
Bring
have to be
themselves
you.
themselves.
He
to me.
said,
Or
"Bring
willing to heal.
themselves
Bring
to me."
No, I'm
themselves
not
to
saying
me.
like.
No, I love it. No, I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no,
Like,
me too.
you gotta be healed. But does that mean that she gotta
Or
be of a
working on
certain
yourself.
age? Because I feel like
I mean, again, we was talking about this earlier. I had all this early. I'm not expecting nobody else to have it early. But as long as you got it, you got it. At this point, I
Which
just
means
hit
that
30. So
which means that you're
What
willing to-
about someone that's
you-
working towards it, who don't actually
have it, but they
but
got
you can see it.
aspirations.
You can see it.
Nope, not for
No?
me. Absolutely not.
Word.
it's situational.
That's
Like,
a word.
If you
don't be dreaming.
if you
It's
close, cool. But if you fall behind, I got to struggle to kind of get you there.
Yeah.
And it's
Nah.
a grind every day.
Nah.
I got to be depressed with you, kind of thing. to
Nah.
kinda get, I can't do that.
Well, for me, is the intangible things. Like if you're like, if you have the potential for intangible things, then no, I'm not looking for that. If it's potential for tangible things, like there's a certain amount of money you want to have. Then if you're working towards that stuff, then I'm
Right.
fine. Me personally, I'm not looking for anyone to bring anything into my relationships financially. I'm good. We don't have to go half and half on anything. I'm
Oh yeah, we did talk about this
I'm
last
fine
time.
financially. I'm not looking for anyone to do that. But the intangible stuff, like you said, bringing peace to the relationship, that's big for me.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you have to work on internally. That's you got to be there already.
But that's hard, right? Because you got to use discernment to try to figure out what that looks like for real.
Which is why my process for getting in a relationship is it's strangers we're gonna be friends for a while. We're gonna be homies for a while. There's no penetration. We're not having sex. We ain't kissing. No romantic stuff. I need to know exactly who you are as a person.
Have you tried that route
And
before?
do you ask certain
Yeah,
questions?
I did it with
to-
my last relationship. It
to
lasted
figure
7
it
years.
out?
Yeah, I pick at it at time as time progresses.
Because I feel like healing people are private people.
Yes,
When
girl, say
you're
that
in
louder
your,
for the people in the
your
back.
Healing phase.
Yo,
I don't need to
I ain't
tell
talking to you.
everyone what I'm going through
And
or
you-
what
yeah.
I'm, you know.
I'm herming it.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
herming it.
How do you what's one question that you would probably ask?
As far as like to see if someone is healed,
Or not even, you'll never be healed. I don't feel
Or
like you'll ever
healing?
be healing.
I wouldn't ask.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's the reason why we are friends for so long, because I need to see it for myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
a visual person.
We have to be
too.
friends, because if you're gonna tell me something, then I'm gonna be like, there's a situation that's gonna present itself that's gonna give me the answer.
Gotcha.
So I'll wait until that situation occurs. So, yeah,
Man, I can keep going. This is a good ass
I
conversation.
know you can. But so I'm pretty sure all of us can. I just don't need. The memory scars can't hold it. I want to say I appreciate all four of you all for coming out. You also. I know you wasn't
I was
on
like, Rose, you talking to yourself, baby.
No, this one back here too. I know you didn't have a chance to speak, but your energy is in here, and
it's
it
big.
fills the room.
It's big. She got cap energy.
There you go. So I appreciate all of y'all for coming out. I do these episodes. It's, to be honest, it's a selfish reason why I do it. I usually have internal conversations with myself. And I know for a fact that I can answer the questions that I have for myself, but this is only one perception. This is only one perspective of the answers that I have. And I usually like to have conversations with people to compare what other people are talking about versus what I believe. So I thank y'all for coming out and having these conversations. I'm gonna watch the episode, and I personally feel like I'm gonna learn a lot from it. So thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you.
And hopefully,
Beautiful
Appreciate you
black
for saying you
man.
learned something from us.
I know.
Appreciate that.
That's new.
don't expect me to say it again.
It's all
I'm joking.
I will say, Rose, for knowing you for 3 years, I think 3 years, you've grown a lot exponentially.
Thank you.
Like, you are very self-aware, and you want to grow. So I love that for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'll be on the next one.
for all of those that are watching, please like, share, subscribe, share these with the homies. Please do. And then remember, we all go through these obstacles, and there's been a lot of people that's transitioning through life, and they've been able to apply a lot of the things that we talked about to make adjustments in their lives. And they're living healthy and dope lives as well. So always ask yourself, if they can do it, then why not us? Peace, love, and a lifetime of good sex.
Hey. Hey.